Hello everybody, what's up? It's NashNorf. I am finally back with a new video. We're going to get straight to the content, just a brief explanation. I've had a child since my last upload, so I feel that is a good excuse not to upload for a minute. He's tucked here down below, just taking a little nap while I film this video. So, in this video today, I'm just going to kind of show you guys the stuff I've been working on in the past few months. Barring a few things, because I've actually found some graphic design work. So some of this stuff is probably a little hush-hush, so I'm not going to show it. So I'm just going to show you the stuff I've been doing as a hobby pretty much since May. I think it's been about 2 to 3 months since I've uploaded, but I have been doing stuff in between. I've also moved at some point in between all this as well, between a kid and moving. No time for anything. But I have a couple different concepts for you. I have some hockey concepts, I have some soccer concepts, and I have some baseball concepts. That is correct. So let's get started. So first things first, I have 4 concepts that I designed in lieu of the Preds announcing that they are going to be hosting a Stadium Series game against Tampa Bay. Big exciting news, I know. So these next 4 Preds concepts you're going to see are Stadium Series concepts that I designed, and I think a lot of people think, I'm not the only one, I've seen this sentiment all over Twitter, we need to make sure that they have the Titans colors, the two-tone blue, for the Stadium Series game. Obviously, if they don't want to do that, that's fine. But I think a lot of people would really like that. So first design here, I went with the skull logo. You know, can't really beat the skull logo. I know there's that one guy that just commented on my video saying that he hates the skull logo. It looks good here. And I went with the silver shoulders, kind of like the Titans already do. And I went for some unique, new, original striping, and I think overall it's pretty solid. The hardest thing I had to decide was whether or not to do a baby blue helmet or a dark blue helmet, or a silver helmet. I played around with a bunch. This one looked the best to me. So as I'm doing this in Photoshop, which is a little bit different, but I like how I can zoom with it better. So I'm just going to close these as I go through them. So let's go to the second concept. So this is my second Stadium Series concept. We are the home team in this situation, so I don't think we're going to be wearing a lot of white. But I kind of looked at some previous Stadium Series jerseys to get inspiration. This one's kind of inspired by that LA Stadium Series jersey. No stripes up top except for the Neapolitan. Then I went with the guitar string style striping on the socks, which I think looks pretty darn good. It's pretty unique looking. I think that's the whole point of a Stadium Series jersey. You know how a Winter Classic's supposed to look old school? Like, I think the Stadium Series jerseys are supposed to look like futuristic. Yeah, I think this is a unique concept to say the least. This one is kind of a rendition of that last one. I used the same sock striping, but I just kind of decided to replicate that striping up on top as well. I love the guitar string style striping. If you guys watch my videos, you know I use that imagery a lot for striping for Nashville. I think it just makes sense because your stripes are supposed to represent your city, right? It's like how you see your hockey team, right? I think nothing represents Nashville better than 6 strings on a guitar, or like the piano on the neck of the current jerseys and stuff like that. I just think something like that is great. So I love the usage of that in jerseys and stuff like that. And this was on the last 3. This original shoulder patch design that I created, which has the 6 strings in it. So maybe here that's not the right logo to use. Maybe we used the skull. I totally didn't even realize that. That's a lot of 6 strings going on, but I did recolor it to be gold, like the secondary color in this jersey. I think of all of them, I probably like this one the most. I think Nashville needs a navy jersey really bad, and I hope they utilize the Stadium Series to do that. Okay, so moving on to the next one. I'm not super good at art. I'm like a graphic designer, like true and true. So that being said, this next jersey, I attempted to make my own logo, because I think that the Preds, if they're going to bring in a new logo that's not like the meth cat or whatever, they need to bring in a catfish, because it's a huge symbol in the Preds lore, if you will. So I drew this, but I drew this. It's like a nice, simple little catfish. I tried to keep it angular, kind of modern looking, not too many details, and I tried to make it kind of look mean, like a predator, you know? And I did Google it. Catfish are technically predators to some things in the river, so they're usually prey. I'm fitting the narrative for my story. So here it is on a jersey. So it kind of looks similar to the last one. I just decided to use gold pants. The striping is kind of like that invisible striping, kind of like what you see on like a Leafs jersey. Again, I think we probably would want to get a good artist to do a really, really good catfish that fits here. But something like this, a nice long logo, kind of like the Hurricanes double flag logo. Something long like that would be cool. And for a Stadium Series jersey, it's a one-off jersey. That's the time you do something kind of neat, like a new logo or something. Maybe if you're gonna do a new logo, maybe you put the Preds logo on the shoulder patch or something like that. This one was a lot of fun though, since I got to do some original logo designing. I can do like normal logos, like numbers, letters, shapes, but when it comes to like people and animals and like drawing, like I'm not very good at that. So this was a step out of my comfort zone for me, but I think I did pretty decent. Not the best thing I've ever seen though. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear some feedback on this. So that being said, we're moving on to the soccer concepts, and we're doing the Nashville MLS team, Nashville SC. And here's the first one I got. In that same vein with the Stadium Series jerseys, people on Twitter were discussing Nashville SC eventually getting a third kit, or maybe I don't know. People were discussing them getting like an alternate kit, and a lot of people said, "Hey, why not Titans colors?" And I think that's a great idea. I just realized I forgot to stretch this logo the correct way, but I think you get the idea. So this one is kind of like the original Nashville FC NPSL jerseys, just colorized to be Titans colors. Pretty straightforward, but I think it's a good look. It looks a little too close to like Sporting KC. I wanted to throw some red in here, but it just seemed a little too harsh against the dark blue and the stripes and stuff like that. So maybe I could have done the trim or something. Either way, I think this one looks pretty good. But let's move on to the second one. I like this one a lot. It has a nice staged gradient, which I'm a big fan of. Kind of almost that Houston Astros style artwork. Recolorized the logo to be red. I did utilize a lot of red in this one. I think it looks pretty great. And I kind of almost snuck some silver in here in this gradient. Like, I know it's kind of like not really, but it almost has like a silver tone in here. This one looks really good. I think of the three that I did for this one's probably my favorite. And let's check out the third one. I decided to do a nice white kit. I think this one looks a little too Vancouver FC. But it's pretty clean, man. These colors go great together. The Titans have been doing it for a long time. It's a great look. Represents the city well. We don't have a white kit in Nashville SC currently, and I did recolor the logo to be this blue color. I think it looks good. This is definitely second place for me. Probably in all the Nashville SC kits I've made. I like the blue on white a lot. I think it's a really good look. Okay, now we are going to be looking at some baseball concepts I've made. So if you guys aren't aware, there is a huge group of people with a lot of really good names, like Justin Timberlake, Luke Combs, some ex-baseball executives, and they have what they call Music City Baseball, and they're trying to bring Nashville Stars, which is paying homage to one of the better Negro League teams, the Nashville Stars that played here in Nashville. And they want to be the first MLB team to use a Negro League team to honor their name, which, I wasn't hot on the name at first, but once I heard that history and what it's paying respects to, I'm all for it. I think it's a great name. So they don't really have uniforms. They don't really exist. There's not even a ballpark, but it's a fun little thought piece, right? To start imagining what their uniforms would look like. So I have 4 here that I designed to take a look at that, see what it would be like. So here is the first one. I called it City Connect. So here it is. It's a lot. It's very out there. It almost looks like Milwaukee Brewers because it is so blue and gold. But the star logo is very simple. It's I don't know if this would be like home or away, but I really like just the way Nashville looked across that. Since it's like a City Connect, I thought it was nice to say the name of the city. I know some of the City Connects have been doing like nicknames, like Chicago's like South Side, or they do like fun stuff like Serpentines or something like that. I didn't really know what to put here or what to do for that, so I decided to just do the city name. And let's check out the next one. Same concept, just different colors. These are the colors that they have provided that they would be using, which would be white, navy, and silver, kind of like a gray silver color. I think it's a great brand guideline. It looks really good. It's nice and sleek and simple. Something like this would look really good. Big fan of it. The Sounds that we have now, the minor league team, they have red in their uniforms, which looks pretty good. But I think this, to pay homage to like an older baseball team, nice color scheme. I would even be fine if we ditched this white and kind of went to like a cream. That'd be really sweet. I think also too, it really depends on what they actually wore. If I'm not mistaken, the Nashville Stars wore a lot of maroon. That'd be kind of cool too. I kind of like when all the teams in a city share the same color, like Pittsburgh. But I also don't hate when they're all unique. Like I can show you actually. Like even the Nashville SC, even though they're like yellow gold, it's not the same. Like these are very different shades. And the Titans, they're out in their own world. So I kind of like the idea of a fourth team coming in and also being blue and silver. It kind of like balances the city out. And then the next two are essentially what would probably be the home or the away. Just an all white with the silver trim, blue. I guess it'd be a blue trim and a silver accent. Very straightforward, nothing too complicated about it. Really like the look though, and here we'll quickly pop over and take a look at the gray one. I think I like the gray one better. It definitely looks a little old school, which I'm a fan of. But I think the idea of a baseball team here is very exciting for a lot of people. Check out MusicCityBaseball.com. Go follow them on Twitter, Nashville Stars. If Tampa doesn't end up here, I have a pretty good feeling that Nashville will get the expansion bid within the next 10 years, I'll say. It's definitely not going to happen anytime soon, but I can see Nashville getting a baseball team. That IndyCar race we just had here broke like a viewership record for like the past 20 years. This city is just built for events, and I can see many more coming. So that's all the concepts I have for you right now, guys. I have been working on stuff, and like I said, I have been doing some work too, so that also occupied some time. Hopefully going to be designing some uniforms for some youth hockey teams here soon, so we'll see if that goes anywhere, and if I get any updates on that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. It's kind of a short video, but I just wanted to get something up. It's been so long since I've uploaded. Just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been working, and shout out to my son. He did not make a peep this whole video. His name is Odin. He's a pretty cool guy. When he's a little older, I'll probably show him off a little bit. If you go follow me on social media, you can already see pictures of him. Definitely using my baby as bait to get followers. Yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. Please tell me what you think about the concepts down below. I'll have all these images in an Imgur album that you can click to look at on your device on your own without having me click and dictate through it. And that's it. I'm NashNorf. Peace.